Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly wondered, where did my strength go? If you have, let me assure you, you're not alone. After the age of 60, the loss of muscle isn't just something that happens. It accelerates, slowly, silently, and often without warning. Even if you stay active, take daily walks, or try to keep moving, the truth is, without a very specific kind of nutrient, your body simply can't rebuild what it's losing every single day. And here's the real problem. This key nutrient is missing from more than 90% of older adults' diets, according to recent nutritional research published in peer-reviewed journals. But the good news is, you can change that. There are at least 15 powerful foods that can help reverse that loss. Foods that can reignite your muscle-building engine, protect your strength, and restore the vitality you absolutely deserve well into your 60s and beyond. Before we dive into that list, there's something you need to understand. Muscle isn't just about looking toned. It's the engine of your body. It drives your metabolism, it stabilizes your joints, it supports every step you take, and yes, it protects you from deadly falls, the number one reason older adults end up in the ER. Without muscle, every day, movements become harder. Getting up, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, even your immune system begins to struggle. Now, here's the thing. This isn't just about eating more protein. That advice? It's outdated. If it really worked, you probably wouldn't be here, would you? No. The real secret lies in a group of foods, not just protein-rich, but rich in leucine, omega-3s, vitamin D, and specific compounds that switch your muscle-building mode back on. As someone who's spent years in the field of human health and aging, I can tell you this: building back your strength doesn't have to be hard. In fact, the first step might be sitting quietly in your fridge right now. Small, intentional changes can create big, long-term improvements. Science supports this. Clinical trials have shown that the right nutrients, combined with moderate activity, can dramatically slow muscle loss and even reverse frailty. And let's not forget, physical strength and mental well-being are deeply connected. When your body feels strong, your confidence grows. You move more, you engage more, and you reclaim the freedom to live life on your terms. So, stay with me, because what I'm about to share could mean the difference between years of decline or years of renewed strength, balance, and independence. Now, let's move forward, because your journey to stronger, healthier living after 60 begins here. Now, let's move forward, because some of the most powerful tools for rebuilding your strength might already be sitting quietly in your fridge. Let's start with something simple yet incredibly powerful: plain Greek yogurt. And I mean the real, kind, unsweetened, full-fat Greek yogurt. What makes it special? It's loaded with both casein and whey protein, two of the highest quality proteins you can find. Whey digests quickly, helping with fast muscle repair after movement. Casein, on the other hand, digests slowly, providing a steady stream of amino acids, especially helpful during sleep. But here's what truly sets Greek yogurt apart: probiotics. These good bacteria do more than aid digestion. According to a study in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle, a healthy gut directly impacts how well your body absorbs protein, vitamins, and minerals, all of which are vital for maintaining and rebuilding muscle as we age. I once worked with a retired school teacher named David who believed his slow recovery after exercise was just part of getting older. But after introducing Greek yogurt into his daily meals and improving his gut health, his recovery time noticeably improved within 6 weeks. His energy came back, and so did his motivation to move more. But don't stop there. Eggs. Yes, the humble egg is a true nutritional powerhouse, especially the yolk. It's rich in leucine, an essential amino acid that acts as a direct signal to your body. Start building muscle now. Beyond that, eggs are easy to digest, affordable, and packed with B vitamins like B12 and riboflavin, which help convert food into usable energy. Their convenience makes them a perfect morning choice or even a quick post-walk snack. I remember a client named Margaret, 68, who added 2 boiled eggs to her breakfast every day. After just a few weeks, not only did she feel stronger in her legs, but she also noticed improved mental clarity during her morning walks. That's the often overlooked link. Physical strength and mental well-being go hand in hand. If you're looking for a nighttime snack that works while you sleep, here's a quiet champion: cottage cheese. This classic food is making a big comeback, and for good reason. It's one of the richest natural sources of casein. A small bowl before bed can fuel overnight muscle repair. In a clinical trial conducted at Maastricht University, older adults who consumed 30 g of casein before sleep saw significantly greater muscle protein synthesis compared to those who didn't. But when it comes to muscle loss, we have to talk about inflammation, the silent enemy of aging muscles, and that's where tuna comes in. It's low in calories, high in protein, and packed with omega-3 fatty acids that help reduce inflammation and enhance muscle sensitivity to growth signals. Simply put, omega-3s help your body respond better to the nutrients you give it. Tuna is versatile, shelf-stable, and a powerful addition to salads, wraps, or even a quick protein bowl. Finally, let's talk about something small but mighty: pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds are rich in magnesium, a mineral involved in over 300 biological reactions, including muscle contraction and recovery. Shockingly, the National Institutes of Health reports that over 70% of adults over 60 are deficient in magnesium. This silent deficiency could be holding back your strength without you even knowing it. Just a small handful a day can help improve sleep quality, reduce muscle cramping, and support long-term recovery. And here's the best part: none of these foods are expensive or hard to find. They're accessible, nutrient-dense, and scientifically backed to support not just muscle recovery, but your overall vitality. They form the foundation for flexibility, independence, and confidence in your own body, no matter your age. Stick with me, because what comes next will build on this momentum. Your journey to strength, stability, and vibrant living after 60 is just beginning. Now that we've uncovered the first part of this vital muscle rebuilding journey, let's keep that momentum going. Because if you're over 60, every meal you choose either helps you regain your strength or silently steals it away. Let's talk about something humble, yet incredibly powerful: lentils. These tiny legumes might not look impressive, but they're an absolute powerhouse, especially if you're plant-based or simply trying to eat cleaner. Rich in protein, packed with iron, and full of dietary fiber, lentils don't just nourish your muscles. They help shuttle oxygen through your bloodstream efficiently, boosting endurance and stamina in ways that matter deeply when you're older. I recently spoke to a retired firefighter named George, now 68, who started adding lentil soup to his meals 3 times a week. Within 2 months, his energy levels noticeably improved, and climbing stairs didn't feel like a battle anymore. This isn't anecdotal fluff. Studies published in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging confirm that legumes, particularly lentils, can enhance muscle maintenance while supporting stable blood sugar, which, by the way, is crucial because fluctuating glucose can actually sabotage your strength gains. Now, pause for a second. Be honest with yourself. How many of these strength-supporting foods have you eaten this week? If your answer is barely any, your muscles might already be in a slow decline. And this isn't fear-mongering. It's called sarcopenia. It affects nearly 50% of adults over 60, and yes, it's serious. But here's the hopeful part. It's also reversible. You just need the right nutrients and the right timing. Let's move on, because your next opportunity to take control of your strength could be waiting in your kitchen right now. Chicken breast. It's a classic, and there's a reason it stood the test of time. Skinless, lean, high in bioavailable protein, and endlessly versatile. Just 3 ounces packs over 25 grams of muscle-fueling power, and when paired with resistance exercise, even light bodyweight movement, it becomes a potent muscle regenerator. But what if you're vegetarian or just looking to switch it up? Enter tofu. This isn't your bland cafeteria block. Properly seasoned and cooked, tofu is both delicious and effective. It's rich in plant-based protein and loaded with isoflavones, natural compounds that can help regulate hormonal shifts, especially in older women. That matters because hormonal imbalance is a hidden culprit in muscle loss post-menopause. Speaking of underrated, let's talk quinoa. It's not just another trendy grain. Quinoa is what we call a complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids your muscles crave, something rice or wheat alone can't offer. It also provides magnesium, iron, and fiber to fuel your endurance and prevent fatigue throughout the day. And for those of you who like to snack, here's some great news. Almonds are more than just a heart-healthy treat. These crunchy little powerhouses are rich in vitamin E, healthy fats, and protein. But their real secret weapon? Anti-inflammatory properties that help muscles recover quicker after activity. A handful a day could mean the difference between a sore body and one that's ready to move again tomorrow. Still with me? Great, because the next 5 foods we're about to cover are even more powerful. But let me give you a heads up. None of this will work unless you're getting one specific compound that most people stop producing naturally after age 60. Without it, no matter how much protein or how many healthy fats you consume, your body won't respond. That's coming up soon, so keep watching. The fact that you're still here tells me something important. You're serious about reclaiming your strength. And that alone puts you ahead of the majority who choose to ignore the signs. You've taken the first real step toward stronger muscles and a more vibrant life. So let's keep going, because food isn't just fuel. It's your medicine, your repair kit, and your ticket to living boldly after 60. You've made it this far, which already puts you ahead of most people your age who are ignoring the silent muscle loss creeping in after 60. But we're not done yet. In fact, we're about to explore 5 more powerful foods that could reshape your strength, mobility, and recovery if you give them a real chance. Let's continue, because what you choose to eat next might just determine how well you move tomorrow. First, let's talk salmon. More than just a fancy dinner option. Wild-caught salmon is a legitimate muscle-preserving powerhouse. It's rich in high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids, both crucial for muscle synthesis and joint protection. What's remarkable is how omega-3s don't just help build muscle. They actively reduce chronic inflammation, the kind that silently stiffens joints and limits your range of motion. A 2022 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that omega-3 supplementation significantly enhanced muscle protein response to strength training in older adults. Translation: salmon can help you get more out of every rep, every walk, every stretch. Now, shifting to something smaller but mighty, edamame. These vibrant green soybeans are often seen as a sushi sidekick, but they deserve the spotlight. Packed with plant-based protein, vitamin K, and antioxidants, edamame also contains a powerful amino acid called arginine, which helps improve blood flow to muscles. And better circulation means faster recovery, more oxygen delivery, and greater endurance. A client of mine, Ellen, a 67-year-old former school principal, started snacking on edamame regularly, and within weeks, her post-walk soreness disappeared. Coincidence? Not likely. Let's not forget convenience in all of this. That's where whey protein comes in. If there were a muscle rebuilding shortcut, this would be it. Whey is rapidly absorbed, making it ideal after a workout or even as a midday protein boost. Its high leucine content sends a loud, clear signal to your muscles, recover and grow. And here's what many people miss. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to low-level stimuli. That means older adults need a stronger signal, and Whey delivers exactly that. Just make sure you're choosing a clean version. No fillers, no unnecessary sugar. Because your muscles deserve the real thing, not candy in disguise. Next up, spinach. Don't underestimate this leafy green. It's loaded with natural nitrates which have been shown to improve blood flow, endurance, and even performance during physical activity. More oxygen reaching your muscles equals more stamina and faster recovery. Spinach also delivers a trio of muscle-supporting minerals: iron, magnesium, and calcium. Blend it into your morning smoothie with some Greek yogurt and frozen berries. You won't taste it, but your body will absolutely feel the benefits. Finally, one of the most overlooked yet profoundly impactful foods: bone broth. It might not scream muscle builder, but don't let appearances fool you. Bone broth is rich in collagen, glycine, and proline, amino acids that repair and fortify your connective tissues, ligaments, tendons, and cartilage. Without strong connective tissue, your muscle gains are like building on sand. Not to mention, bone broth supports gut health, which enhances nutrient absorption. That's right, even the best foods can't help you if your gut isn't pulling its weight. So take a breath. You're not just feeding your muscles, you're feeding your future. You're investing in a body that bends without breaking, that climbs stairs without pain, and that wakes up feeling capable. And remember, this isn't just about lifting heavier or walking farther. It's about living with purpose, with energy, and with the freedom that comes from knowing your body is still working for you, not against you. Let's keep moving forward. Because the final piece of this puzzle, the one compound your body stops producing after 60, is coming next. And trust me, it's the key to unlocking everything we've talked about so far. Stay tuned. You've come this far, and that alone puts you miles ahead of most. You've learned about 15 muscle-rebuilding foods that science actually supports. But if you're like many people over 60, you might still be wondering, why do I feel like I'm doing everything right, but progress is so slow? Let me give you the missing piece. The one thing that 9 out of 10 diets fail to include, and yet it could be the very foundation of your strength comeback. That missing link is creatine. Now, before you picture bodybuilders in the gym gulping down shakes, let me reframe this for you. Creatine isn't just a fitness supplement. It's a naturally occurring compound found in small amounts in red meat and fish, and your body used to make more of it when you were younger. But after 60, production slows, and that matters. Because creatine is stored in your muscles where it acts like rocket fuel. It powers short bursts of strength, helps with quicker recovery, and plays a vital role in energy production during physical activity. The problem? Most older adults don't get enough, and without it, your muscles may be running on fumes. But here's where it gets interesting. Multiple clinical trials, including a 2023 meta-analysis from the Journal of Gerontology, have confirmed that creatine supplementation in older adults leads to greater gains in lean muscle, improved mobility, and even cognitive benefits when paired with resistance training. That's right. There's mounting evidence it doesn't just strengthen your body, it sharpens your mind, too. Take Daniel, a 72-year-old retired engineer I worked with. After adding just 3 grams of creatine per day to his morning smoothie and pairing it with twice-weekly resistance bands workouts, he not only gained visible strength but reported fewer mental fog moments during his day. It's not magic. It's biology. Now let's connect the dots. You've already got your list of 15 muscle-rebuilding foods, from salmon to lentils to Greek yogurt, each one loaded with high-quality protein, antioxidants, or essential minerals. But here's the truth. Even the best foods can't do their job if the body can't use them effectively. That's where creatine comes in. It amplifies your body's response to those nutrients and makes each rep, each walk, each stretch work harder for you. So, what should you do? First, talk to your doctor, especially if you have kidney issues or take medications that affect fluid balance. But for most healthy adults, a daily dose of 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate is safe, affordable, and effective. Mix it with water or blend it into a smoothie, and make it part of your daily rhythm, like brushing your teeth or going for that morning stroll. And remember, nutrition alone doesn't transform your body. Action does. Knowledge without follow-through is just wasted potential. So here's a simple challenge to turn all this into real change. Start today by choosing just 3 of the muscle-rebuilding foods we've discussed. Add them to your next meal. Maybe it's a Greek yogurt bowl with berries and pumpkin seeds for breakfast, or a grilled chicken quinoa salad for lunch. Small, consistent shifts beat big, inconsistent efforts every time. And don't overlook timing. Studies show that spreading your protein intake evenly throughout the day, rather than piling it all into dinner, significantly improves muscle preservation in older adults. Aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein every 3 to 4 hours. That might mean a protein-rich breakfast, a balanced lunch, a post-walk protein shake, and even a light snack before bed like cottage cheese, which helps with overnight recovery. Now, here's something most people miss: chronic inflammation. It's one of the biggest silent threats to muscle growth after 60. And guess what? Many of the foods we've covered, like spinach, berries, olive oil, and bone broth, are inflammation fighters. When you pair muscle-building nutrients with anti-inflammatory foods, you create the ideal internal environment for strength, recovery, and even emotional resilience. Yes, emotional resilience. Because your physical health and mental state are tightly linked. When you feel strong, your confidence grows. You feel more independent, more willing to move. And movement, that's what keeps you young, not just in body, but in spirit. So, what's next? In the upcoming video, we're diving into the final, and perhaps most important, piece: how to strategically combine all of these foods into meals that maximize results, and the 3 common mistakes that sabotage muscle recovery in people over 60. Even if they're eating all the right things, you don't want to miss that. Because while everyone else is letting their strength fade with time, you're rebuilding yours. One smart meal, one thoughtful supplement, one intentional action at a time. Let's keep going. You're not done yet. In fact, you're just getting started. Stay tuned. You've made it this far, and that already sets you apart. You've explored the role of creatine, how it enhances nutrient absorption and amplifies your workouts. Now, it's time to talk about what could be quietly holding you back. Because, even with the right foods and supplements, some people still struggle to see results. Why? Let's break it down, not into dry bullet points, but through real insight. Because progress after 60 isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you unknowingly overlook. Take my client James, a 68-year-old retired firefighter. He was eating clean, walking daily, and taking his creatine. But his strength gains were stalling, and he felt stuck. After reviewing his habits, we discovered 3 subtle yet powerful obstacles that were sabotaging his progress. And they might be doing the same to you. The first, he wasn't eating nearly enough protein. This sounds basic, but it's deceptively dangerous. See, after 60, your body becomes less responsive to protein, a condition called anabolic resistance. That means you need more protein just to maintain what you already have, let alone build new muscle. The old 1 chicken breast a day rule doesn't cut it anymore. The current research? Aim for 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. So if you're around 150 pounds, about 68 kilo, you're looking at 82 to 102 grams of protein daily. Most older adults fall drastically short, sometimes getting less than half of that. No wonder the body starts breaking down what it should be building up. Now let's move forward. The second thing James overlooked was strength training. He thought walking was enough, and while movement is medicine, your muscles need challenge to grow. And no, that doesn't mean heavy lifting at the gym. Simple resistance band routines, bodyweight squats by the kitchen counter, light dumbbells, with slow, controlled reps. What matters isn't where you train, but how consistently you increase the load. Muscles are like your memory. Use it or lose it. And just like memory, muscles thrive on regular engagement. But here's the sneakiest roadblock: chronic inflammation. This one's invisible, but relentless. It's triggered by ultra-processed snacks, refined sugar, poor sleep, and even unresolved emotional stress. And it's a muscle killer. Chronic inflammation doesn't just delay recovery. It can prevent it altogether by interfering with your body's ability to regenerate tissue. That's why I always say, fighting inflammation is just as important as fueling your muscles. Foods like wild salmon, spinach, olive oil, and blueberries aren't just healthy, they're anti-inflammatory warriors. Combine those with a steady sleep schedule and a few stress-reducing rituals, like daily walks in nature or journaling, and you create an internal environment where muscle growth can finally thrive. And don't underestimate the link between physical health and emotional strength. When your body feels stronger, so does your mind. Confidence rises. Independence returns. You're more willing to move, more motivated to stay active. That loop between body and mind is the true foundation of lasting vitality. So what changed for James? We adjusted his protein intake, added 2 20-minute resistance band sessions a week, and focused on cutting back his nightly chips and soda habit. Within 6 weeks, not only was he stronger, but he said something that stuck with me. I didn't realize how foggy I'd been until I wasn't. That's the power of synergy, of food, movement, and mindset working together. And now, you're ready to take that power and put it into action. Because knowledge alone doesn't spark transformation. Action does. In the next video, we'll build a full 7-day plan with simple meals, easy shopping lists, and practical daily steps. You don't need perfection. You need momentum. So, stay with me. The last piece of this puzzle is about making muscle recovery after 60 doable, repeatable, and sustainable. So your strength isn't just something you once had, but something you're rebuilding every single day. Let's keep going. You've uncovered the roadblocks. Now it's time to rebuild, intentionally and intelligently. Because real transformation after 60 doesn't come from crash diets or short-lived motivation. It comes from consistency, strategy, and a deep understanding of how your body responds to food, movement, and mindset. Let's begin with a subtle but powerful shift. Instead of trying to eat clean, let's eat purposefully. Day 1 is less about detoxing and more about gently resetting your system to support repair. Think of it as preparing the soil before planting. A creamy bowl of Greek yogurt with blueberries and ground flax isn't just breakfast. It's your body's first message that nourishment is back on the agenda. Those blueberries offer anthocyanins, antioxidants shown to reduce oxidative stress in aging muscle. Sprinkle in a dash of cinnamon for blood sugar balance, and you've just laid the first brick. Now, lunch. A well-seasoned chicken breast paired with sautéed spinach and quinoa goes far beyond flavor. You're feeding your mitochondria, the engines of your cells. And the olive oil? It's not just fat, it's fuel for your brain and an anti-inflammatory agent in disguise. An afternoon snack of almonds and a crisp apple balances fiber, fat, and crunch, a trifecta that keeps insulin spikes low and focus high. Dinner closes the loop with roasted salmon, lentils, and steamed broccoli. The omega-3s in salmon not only ease joint inflammation but also support neurotransmitter function. So you sleep deeper, recover faster, and think clearer. But as we move into day 2, our focus sharpens, inflammation control. This is the silent saboteur of muscle repair. Even the cleanest diet won't work if your body is stuck in an inflammatory loop. Start with an omelet loaded with sautéed spinach and fresh tomato, rich in polyphenols that act like tiny shields for your cells. Lunch brings a tofu stir-fry with edamame, bell peppers, and brown rice. It's not just plant-based protein, it's diversity, and that diversity feeds your gut microbiome. A healthy gut is now recognized as central to regulating systemic inflammation. Add a snack of cottage cheese and pumpkin seeds, a calming combo of tryptophan, magnesium, and zinc, and your nervous system gets a supportive nudge. Cap the day with roasted turkey breast, mashed sweet potatoes, and a cup of warm bone broth. The glycine in that broth helps your body produce glutathione, a master antioxidant that plays a critical role in cellular repair. Now let's move forward. Day 3 is about reinforcement, building on what we've stabilized. A protein shake with whey, banana, almond butter, and spinach gives you the full amino acid spectrum in one glass. It's not just muscle food, it's mental fuel. Studies show that adequate protein at breakfast improves cognitive performance in older adults. At lunch, we swap the usual sandwich for a tuna salad with avocado and lemon, supporting heart health while hitting your leucine threshold, the amino acid most responsible for muscle protein synthesis. A Greek yogurt and a few walnuts in the afternoon prevent those late-day crashes, and for dinner, a grilled steak with quinoa and roasted Brussels sprouts keeps your engine running clean. Brussels sprouts, by the way, are rich in sulforaphane, a compound that helps your body detoxify at the cellular level. End the day with movement. Not a workout, just a 15-minute walk or some gentle stretching. Because recovery doesn't happen only at rest. It happens when you signal to your body that you're still engaged. What you're doing here isn't just feeding muscle. You're retraining your biology to adapt and regenerate. That's the kind of progress that lasts. And we're only getting started. Now that the foundation has been laid, from nourishing tired muscle fibers to calming systemic inflammation, the next step is synergy, helping the gut and muscles work together. Because here's something most people miss. Your gut isn't just about digestion. It talks directly to your brain, your immune system, and yes, even your muscles. When your gut is thriving, so is your recovery. On this 4th day, we gently shift focus toward gut-muscle energy integration. A warm bowl of oatmeal infused with protein powder, a dash of cinnamon, and a handful of berries doesn't just satisfy, it recalibrates. Those berries deliver polyphenols that nourish gut microbes, and cinnamon helps keep insulin sensitivity sharp, making sure the fuel you eat actually reaches your muscles. Lunch brings a grilled chicken wrap with spinach and hummus. But again, it's not about the wrap, it's about the message. Lean protein plus fiber-rich greens equals mitochondrial efficiency. And those chickpeas in the hummus? They feed butyrate-producing bacteria in your colon, which is essential for lowering inflammation. Don't underestimate a boiled egg and cucumber slices for your snack. This combo offers bioavailable protein and hydration support. A micro-meal that helps you coast through afternoon slumps. Dinner finishes strong. Baked cod with mashed lentils and sautéed kale. Cod gives you lean, easy-to-digest protein, and lentils are a fiber-protein powerhouse. The kale, rich in sulforaphane and lutein, which support both muscle detox and cognitive clarity. Before bed, take 10 minutes with resistance bands. It's not just exercise, it's information for your nervous system. We're still adapting, but now let's move forward. Day 5 is about energy. Not the kind that comes from caffeine or sugar, but deep mitochondrial energy. The kind that powers your muscles and your mind. Starting with an omelet packed with mushrooms, spinach, and a bit of feta. You're hitting vitamin D, iron, and omega fats in one go. Studies show mushrooms can modulate immune function and help with fatigue. Midday, a Greek yogurt bowl with granola, pumpkin seeds, and strawberries provides lasting fuel, slow-digesting carbs, plant-based zinc, and muscle-preserving calcium. By the afternoon, your system might need a lift, but not a crash. A cup of bone broth and a boiled egg is a fantastic low-glycemic option. It soothes the gut, provides collagen for joint support, and keeps your hunger in check. Dinner rounds out the day with turkey meatballs, roasted vegetables, and quinoa. Here, you're stacking tryptophan for sleep, magnesium for muscle relaxation, and complete plant protein, all without overloading the system. And don't forget, hydration is key today. At least 8 glasses. Why? Even mild dehydration reduces muscle strength and impairs mood in older adults. Day 6 shifts the focus once more, now toward mobility and recovery. It's not just about repair, it's about moving better, sleeping better, and thinking sharper. A smoothie made with whey, spinach, mango, and creatine gives you not only your full amino acid profile but also fuels high-energy phosphate stores that decline with age. Creatine, despite its gym bro image, has been shown in numerous studies to improve muscle mass and brain performance in older populations. Lunch features a salmon patty over mixed greens and avocado. Omega-3s, again, are front and center, supporting joint health and brain cell membranes. A snack of cottage cheese and pineapple sounds simple, but it's pure strategy. Casein protein plus natural bromelain, which helps with protein digestion and inflammation. Dinner is tofu stir-fried with broccoli and brown rice, delivering phytoestrogens, calcium, and fiber in one clean dish. Close your day with gentle yoga or a short walk. Why? Because movement isn't just for metabolism. It literally stimulates brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein essential for long-term brain health. Finally, day 7. It's not the end. It's the locking-in phase. You're stabilizing the gains you've made and preparing the rhythm that will carry you forward. Greek yogurt with almond butter, flax seeds, and banana in the morning sets up the day with prebiotics, healthy fats, and mood-stabilizing magnesium. Lunch, a warming bowl of chicken and lentil soup made from bone broth, is like therapy for your cells. The combination supports immunity, satiety, and muscle recovery all in one. Snacks today are about ease. A clean, high-quality protein bar helps tide you over without the sugar roller coaster. And dinner. Grilled fish with sweet potatoes and sautéed spinach. It's simple but powerful. The potassium in sweet potatoes helps balance sodium and reduce water retention, while the spinach provides folate, essential for red blood cell function and energy. As you reflect on this week, one truth becomes clear. Consistency trumps perfection. You're not just feeding muscle. You're reclaiming agency over your body. And if you missed a day, that's not failure. It's data. Get back up tomorrow, because true strength isn't just in what you eat. It's in your mindset. It's in your decision to rise again, even when it's hard. You've made it through 7 powerful days. Not a crash plan, but a realignment. A week of strategic nourishment, intentional movement, and deeper listening to your body. And here's the truth. This wasn't about perfection. It was about momentum. You gave your muscles the building blocks they were craving. Complete proteins, anti-inflammatory fats, antioxidant-rich plants, you supported your gut, which in turn supported your recovery. You didn't just eat healthy, you ate with purpose. You trained your system to expect nourishment and respond with strength. You took small steps daily. Greek yogurt here, bone broth there, maybe a few minutes with resistance bands or a walk under the evening sky. And those small steps? They compound. They matter. Let's quickly recap the subtle wins that will carry you forward. You learned that recovery begins with preparation, resetting your body gently, not with harsh restrictions. You discovered how inflammation quietly delays progress and how simple choices like spinach, pumpkin seeds, or a warm cup of bone broth can become daily tools in your repair kit. You learned that food isn't just fuel, it's information. It tells your body what to build, how to heal, when to calm down. You reconnected with movement, not as punishment, but as a message to your nervous system. I'm still here, and I'm not done yet. And perhaps most importantly, you've proven that age is not a barrier. It's a signal to train smarter. Because strength after 60 doesn't just mean muscle mass, it means confidence, mobility, clarity, and independence. So, now what? Now, you keep going, not with pressure, but with rhythm. You take what worked for you this week and make it yours. Tweak the meals, revisit the tips, rest when you need to. And when you feel off track, don't quit. Reflect. Use what you've learned. That's the difference between a short-term plan and a long-term transformation. If something resonated with you, or if you've been on your own journey of rebuilding after 60, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you found value in this video, consider giving it a like. It helps more than you think. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and tap that button and hit the bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Not because you have to, but because you deserve to keep growing stronger. One choice, one day at a time. You've already started. Keep going.